Hey guys, what's up? I got a little bit of a cold, so bear with my voice. Well, I got my first production sport frame finished up today, and it turned out pretty well. The features of this frame is here. Let me take this off here. It's got a cage dome here. Pretty tight tolerance. Alright, so here's how I designed it. I got the aluminum arms, but they're just a center part of the arm. It's still going to use either carbon fiber or G10 for the motor mount, and it attaches with the 3 purple screws and just lock nuts underneath. So my idea is obviously aluminum arms, which I always do, but when I sent out a couple for testing, a couple of things they wanted to see. One were Velcro strap for your battery to go for X mode and plus mode. I had it on for plus because I fly plus mostly. So what I did was I made the plates. One plate is going to be for plus mode, and one plate's going to be for X mode. Right now this is for X mode, but all you got to do is flip the plates over and you could have plus mode. See, right now I got it set up for plus mode on here on the bottom, but this is showing you the X plate on top. The plates are no different otherwise. You could flip them, swap them either way you want. So the mounting holes for the arm are the same as all my frames are going to be. So like you could put the Iconic X arms on this frame. So all you'd have to do is just buy the dome, the whole dome chassis separate, and then throw your Iconic X FPV arms on here, the folding arms, because those have the 2 holes, and it'll work. Because those arms are probably no heavier than these arms. These arms are like 33, 34 grams with everything on it, with these round standoffs, the screws, the motor mounts. They're about the same weight as the Iconic FPV arms. The only problem with those arms, these arms going on the FPV frame, would be too much weight in the middle for these arms. So they'll probably bend if you land really hard, because I've seen guys with stretched X frames where they land too hard and they got legs on the ends and the frames just kind of bend in the middle because there's so much weight. Not the case for the sport frame, because this is a sport flying frame. That's what this is for. This isn't for FPV, but it's 250 grams with everything that I have. There's a dome version that's a little bit less, but you could put a camera on here if you want. I'm going to stretch out the arms a little bit and put some tabs here for a couple guys. But this is a sport flying frame. That's what this is for. Okay, so you got the center plates, which you could fly just like this. This is only 190 grams, just like that. And you can see the nice millwork. My aluminum work has improved a lot. My overall cutting is improved because I have a new machine, so it's got a pretty tight tolerance and solid running. So you get the 2 plates in the middle. They're assembled just by the screws and the arms. I mean, I'm pushing down here. There's almost no flex in this. This is real sturdy. And then you get this top cage form. It consists of a plate, the arms, no screws attached to not the arms. I'm sorry, the cage ends, not arms. Anyways, you'll get standoffs for each side too, just like it is. This centerpiece, I'm actually redoing. As you can see, the way it mounts on here, it was okay, but it could be a little pain in the butt. The new way I'm going to do it, these arms are just going to pinch right onto the center piece here on all 4 sides. It's going to pinch in there, so you won't have to use you won't use any screw up here at all. Matter of fact, it'll be screwless except for the standoffs on each side here. I put the extra holes because you could move it wherever you want. The one standoff, because you don't need more than one standoff on here. It's overkill. It'll just add too much weight. So that's how the frame will come, like that. This frame is for people who sport fly. That's all this is for. This isn't for someone that wants to load it up with a camera, FPV gear and all that stuff. You can, but that's not my intention. This is made to run a 13 milliamp battery pack. You can run bigger, but with a 13 pack, it keeps the weight down. You're going to get over 10 minutes sport flying. So the way the plates are on here, they're sandwiched on the arms. Each corner here, let's call it a corner, it's round, will have a spacer with a stud coming up. And then that's how you just attach the cage. And you can see it goes right on. It's got a real tight tolerance on the holes, so the holes are snug fit. And that's it. You can see it's, and I made it a little bit taller here because I run microcopter stuff, and or even open pilot board. You could stack your boards and have room in here. But what this design is kind of cool with, see these spacers here, you could actually put vibration dampeners in there, so you don't need any on your flight control. But if you just put dampeners on each corner here, then this whole cage is dampened. If you wanted to do that, you know, if you wanted to put a camera here too, it'll be dampened. But that's all up to you. But you can see the profile like that. Looks pretty good. It's been my my dream for a while to come out with this version of this frame. It's been in the works for a long time, as far as the design wise. I didn't want to make a full arm for this version. I mean, a full aluminum arm, just so when you get into crashes, most likely you're just going to bust off this motor mount. Probably a hard crash, and then this is nothing to replace. But it looks really nice with the whole arm aluminum, I'll tell you that. But on the bottom, you can put a 4-cell, but a smaller 4-cell on here, and it still will clear. It'll still clear, because that's about with a 3-cell. How far down? A 3-cell, you still have, you know, ½ inch from the battery to the bottom before it is in the way. But mainly it's made for a 3-cell, like a 13 to 16, 18 amp battery. But a milliamp. But you can put a bigger battery on there. That's up to you if you want the flight time. But I'm going to use these Tiger 2208s on here. I don't know if you can see that. 2208s. That's what I'm using. These are the MS motors. They're good. The only bad thing about it, they're 6mm shafts. So you got to remount your props a little bit. So, but with these on there, it's going to have a lot of power. But this is going to be a microcopter sport flyer. So, but that's it. That's my Iconic X sport flyer with the cage version. You've seen the dome version already. So, but that's with the cage. So, but that's it, guys. Tell me what you think. I'm just going to take some shots here. Looks pretty good. Let's measure it real quick. All right, we're going to measure a little more. All right, so motor to motor, about, because I'm not doing a real good estimate here, is about just under 14 inches. Motor to motor. That's all it is. This is for 8-inch props. So, but that's it, guys. Iconic X sport frame. Later.